guys, welcome to today's video. Today we got a Konami Classic Russian Attack. This was actually, what I remember of it, a pretty decent, not great, but pretty decent game. Let's see if it holds up to what we remember it back as children. Alright, so first off, you can switch directions while you're crouched and laying down. Oh, I forgot that this is you jump by pushing up, which I get to a point, but it makes gameplay a little awkward at times because it's very sensitive, where you accidentally even remotely even hit the diagonal button and you jump, and sometimes that's not what you want to have happening. Look at that guy just kind of chilling on the... Yeah, like that. Climbing the stairs and we're... It is a one and done, so we don't have a health bar. Every time, like you're climbing up the stairs and you jump. Yeah, the jumping really is, with the way they set it up, is very rough, to say the absolute least. I like how if we blow up, but they walk right over it. And again, I'm trying to move, and I wind up jumping. I don't remember it being as bad. I think the game could be a lot better if they actually incorporated the other button. Because the other button, at least at the moment, does nothing. Like, why couldn't it be jump? I don't remember what the button does. And, like, jumping up is not a problem, but, like, for stuff like that, jumping diagonally, or over, not diagonally, but just across, was actually kind of difficult. There was our thing. And of course we start at the worst spot. There's only two to contend with this time. Alright, so we'll just stay down. Oh, that's right. That's what that's for. Okay, so that's what the other button's for, is to shoot our rocket launcher. I don't remember if you have max ammo with this or not. Damn it! No continue either. It's just start back over. We'll give it one more go. Like, I am having a hugely hard time with the jumping. Like, to be completely honest, it's not set up well. Like, it's not even set up well for a game that requires you to jump by hitting up. The jumping is just very awkward in all aspects. Like, the jumping is just very awkward. I mean, it's so silly that we start the game off with a billy club, almost feels like. But it's so short, it's like we're hitting people with a blackjack at this point. Okay, so we only have 3 shots with that, it looks like. Good to know. I mean, even though this game, like so many other of the Monotony games, has the 2 enemies, so to speak, I don't know, there's just something about like the character of the level design and just more stuff going on, even if it doesn't really matter or have anything to do, any like real, anything with the actual gameplay. It just gives it some life and some personality to where it's not as bad as some of the games that just... Those red guys are annoying. So we got the basic gauntlet thing going on here where, alright, we did alright. We didn't even die. We did that. And the soundtrack is good. That was... The jump kicking dudes, man, you have that one small little opportunity to more or less interrupt their kick on you or your toast. You got to remember to jump attack. I was doing pretty good just killing them, the other guys. Oh, Snuggy. Whoa. Whoa. We got a gunman and a jumper at the same time. That's some bullshit what I did right there. That one is just... He's not even coming out of nowhere, but for whatever reason, you still just want to attack. It's... You know he's coming, but the color is so subtle that you're... Sometimes you're not paying attention, and you're just like, oh, it's just... Oh, no, he jumped. God damn it. Oh, that was unfortunate. We were doing pretty good there, too. I don't know. I think the controls of this game make it from what could be a really decent game to from what's a decent enough game to where it could have been a really good game. Oh, we got shot in the back. And it sucks that there's no continues. Because after a little bit, like, you're really not going to want to keep doing the same level over and over and over again. We were able to do it, like, one-shotted. And they're not very complicated levels for the most part. Especially the first one. But that's not to say that constantly having to do it repeatedly is not something that you really want to do. But it's not, honestly, it's not as good as I remember. Oh, that's kind of something cool to know. I don't think it really helps the matter as much, but all in all, I think the game is decent. It's fun. It's playable. But honestly, I think the jumping and just the hair, like the hair trigger, so to speak, of your jumping and moving, I think takes away a little bit of everything and honestly makes it almost a nuisance, because you'll go to hit forward and then you'll accidentally jump. When you're climbing the stairs, you'll wind up jumping further again, so that might come into play later on, depending on what kind of climbing you have to do. as far as like, again, I get it with most of these games. Like, it is definitely understandable with the repetitiveness of the same 1, 2, 3 enemies constantly. But this one, you know, if the game is done well, because you know that that's what's coming constantly, but the game has character, the level design feels just a little better to where, you know, it makes it to where it's not as monotonous. But when you have that plain backdrop of like the one monocolor or the constant like doors on like the last game that we played, where it's just a bunch of doors and same guy coming out and blah de blah de blah. I don't know, for some reason that one just is more boring than stuff like this, where the level design makes sense, where stuff going on makes sense. You kind of feel more into the game than you do on the other one. And like your character, for whatever reason, he just feels a little different. But I think the controls is what makes this game kind of not stand out as well and not being as like loved and playable, because it really does make a huge difference on just that one basic thing for hitting up and jumping, where you'll accidentally move your thumb just a little wrong and it'll cost you dying. And without having hit points, and where it's just a one hit, one kill, it was all the difference for actually making it through a level. And the fact that we haven't seen a single continue, so if you screw up once or twice and boom, we're done with everything, that's gonna suck to start all the way over to the beginning because you accidentally hit the diagonal button a little too hard when you're moving and wind up dead. So with that being said, guys, that was Russian Attack. That's going to be me. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.